Now this illustration deals with conductors of different circuits in the same cable, cable tray, enclosure, or raceway, in accordance with NEC 725.41 A and B, as well as section 300.3C1. But notice in the illustration, we have the power routed from the service equipment over to the junction box. Then we have the same power routed over to a transformer, stepping it down to a lower voltage. So we may have, say, 480 in the service equipment. We're running a single phase 480 volt line over to the transformer, and we're stepping it down to maybe 120 volt. But that lower voltage is routed into the junction box with a 480 and routed down to the contactor, and then a 3-wire holding coil circuit is provided with your start and run. Now remember, if you have taken the work that we have on generators, transformers, motors, and compressors, and reviewed that motor section, then we would connect the stop buttons in series and the start buttons in parallel to develop a 3-wire holding circuit, as you see in the illustration. But notice, if it's a class 1 circuit, 600 volts or less, which it is, say it's 120 volt, but notice if it's a non-power limited as shown, it could be as shown in the illustration as control voltage. It could be 120, 208, 240, or 480. And then of course we know that our table 430.72b would give list the requirements for such a control circuit. But if it's in the transformer, then we could also step it down to 120 or and so forth, or lower voltage. But notice here, we can route it in the same conduit with the power conductors if the circuit is electrically associated together to function together as shown in the illustration. So figure 4-15 is illustrating that the power conductors and the control circuits under the conditions listed in 725.48 A and B and 300.3C1, if those requirements are followed, then they can be routed together, but they must comply with these sections, in accordance with our figure -15.